Good morning students, hope you all are well. In our previous class we have already discussed about spermatogenesis. So today we will discuss the oogenesis. The reproductive organ means the female reproductive organ already have studied in class 10. So you just go through all this, the glands and the reproductive organs. If you are having any doubt, we will discuss this in the live class. So today we will discuss the oogenesis process. So oogenesis means the formation of the female gamete, which is the ovum. So that process is known as oogenesis. Okay, means it will occur in the ovary. So the oogenesis starts during the embryonic stage, when there is the development of embryo, means the female fetus. At that time only the oogenesis process will start. Means it will just start, it will not complete. So first, that the germinal epithelium of the ovary, means the layer of the epithelial layer of the ovary, so it divides mitotically to produce a lots of gamete, means a lot of gamete mother cell, or that is the oogonium. Okay, so the first during the embryonic stage, there is the development of the gamete mother cell or the oogonium. Okay, means after birth no oogonia formed or no oogonia added after birth. So after that the oogonium, they enter into meiosis 1. Okay, so it proceeds in prophase 1, means in meiosis 1 it proceeds in prophase 1 and it gets suspended and forms the primary oocyte. Okay, after that during puberty, after that it means the cell cycle will arrest at there, no other meiotic division will be there, means up to primary oocyte. After primary oocyte no such division is there. During the puberty time in females, the primary oocyte again restart its first meiotic division. Okay, after that oogenesis take place. So it means it has 3 processes, that is the multiplication phase, growth phase and the maturation phase. Okay, so if we will see in this diagram, so the first that is the formation of oogonium. After that mitosis, as the oogonium is growing in size, it is dividing continuously, so it will form the oogonium. After the oogonia, there is cell growth and it develops into primary oocyte. After primary oocyte, there is cell cycle arrest in meiosis 1. Okay, and again when during the puberty time, when it will start again that meiosis 1. So after that there is formation of secondary oocyte and means ultimately it will develop into the ovum. So let's see what are different phases and how they will develop. So the first, as I have told, that the primary germ cells, means the germinal epithelial lining of the ovary, they undergo a rapid mitotic division. One continuous mitotic division is there. So it forms a group of diploid cell, which is the egg mother cell. That means it is the oogonia cell. Okay, so it is diploid, that means it is 2n in number. After that each group of cell, they forms a rounded mass like structure. They will increase in size, means there is a cell growth. Okay, after that, so that is the multiplication phase, that means as there is mitosis division, it is growing in number. After that the growth phase, so it means it has a long duration, almost 12 to 13 years. So one of the diploid oogonium which already developed during the mitosis process, so it undergoes a rapid growth. Okay, and it will increase in size. There is accumulation of cytoplasm and accumulation of yolk, and the transform to enlarged oogonia, and it is called the primary oocyte. So primary oocyte also 2n in number. Okay, means before primary oocyte no meiotic division is there. So up to the sperm mother cell is 2n, oogonium is 2n. After that primary oocyte is also diploidic 2n. So this oogonium to develop into the primary oocyte, and other oogonium they ultimately, means after some successive transformation, they ultimately form the Graafian follicle. Okay, they ultimately form the Graafian follicle. Now is the maturation phase. Now the fully grown primary oocyte which is developed from one diploid oogonium. So it undergoes the first meiotic division. Okay, so it undergoes first meiotic division which results in the formation of two unequal haploid cell. That means that cell division is not equal. It develops two type of cell, but they are not equal in size. One is quite bigger in size and one is very small. It has very less amount of cytoplasm in it. Okay, so the large oocyte means the large cell, that is known as the secondary oocyte, and the small one which is known as the first polar body. That means after the meiotic division from the primary oocyte, it will develop the secondary oocyte and the first polar body. Now the secondary oocyte again undergoes second meiotic division. Okay, what to form a large ovum and the second polar body. Obviously it is also an unequal division, so it forms a second polar body which is very small in size, and ultimately the formation of the ovum from the secondary oocyte. So when the this oocyte develops, it form a new membrane which is which is called the zona pellucida, and the first polar body, after that this first polar body undergo two equal division, but it doesn't have any such function like this. So thus during the oogenesis, four cells are produced. Among them, one is functional oocyte and the other three, these are the non-functional polar body. Polar bodies, they don't have any such functions. And oocyte with very little change, they become an ovary. As in the spermatogenesis you have read already, from the spermatid there is development of spermatozoa. So here is also the oocyte, after some changes, after the maturation, it will develop into the ovum. So if we will see this diagram, first is this one is the ovary. Now there is the sperm mother cell or the oogonium cell. There is a differentiation and it develops the primary oocyte. Okay, means after the mitotic division it develops the primary oocyte. After that there is cell cycle arrest. Again during the time of puberty or the onset of puberty, this restart the meiotic division and it form the first meiotic division, that is an unequal division, and it formed the first polar body and secondary oocyte. Again there is the second meiotic division and it forms the oocyte and the second polar body. Okay, and the oocyte ultimately, after some changes and after the maturation, it develops into the ovum. So that is the oogenesis process. So I hope all of you have understood. Thank you.